Hi, everyone, and welcome. So, this is the time in the semester where I do a collage project with one of my classes. So, I came home with what I can only describe as mad collaging energy. So, I decided to go ahead and while watching TV and just chilling, I wanted to collage and create some bookmarks. I already have some pre-cut templates. I usually make them 2 inches by 6 inches, and I have like pretty much a whole drawer full of cardboard cutouts. So I just grabbed those and some magazines, and this is the process. So here's the magazines I'm working with. I just grabbed these from my yoga studio. The first one looks awesome. It's a Breathe journal, but if you look at the date, this is from 2021. It's got all kinds of like fun journaling pages, but clearly whoever had it did not use it at all. It's got some really nice like artwork that I might just pull out and put somewhere. But I think this one's going to be awesome for pulling cool images. Then I have something called the Explorer from also March, April 2021. So they all might be from the same person. We'll see what the pictures are like in this one. Happy Together, Amazon Fashion Gift Guide. Interesting. And then my last one, Better Homes and Gardens with a fancy Halloween spider. So let's go ahead and start chopping these up and see what kind of stuff I like from them. And then I can get going on making some bookmarks. The first thing I like to do is I just like to flip through the magazines and pull out images that I find interesting, either because they are large and have a really cool background or there's something in them that stands out. And I like to pull all of my images first before I actually go into the collaging process. So here I'm just ripping these apart, trimming them down until I have my pieces. Then I'm working on my first bookmark, and you can see the cardboard cutout. I start by finding this large green piece that could cover the whole thing, and I make sure I do the tops and bottoms and then kind of wrap it like a little present so I have a background. Once that's done, I'm able to cut out other things that I find interesting and add them in as details. Once the first one is complete, I repeat the process for the second bookmark. I again create a background first so that there's no negative space, which is just a personal preference. I don't want to have negative space on there. And then I start with these floral lace designs that are actually from that Amazon catalog and add some other fun things until this bookmark is also one that I like. And this process is fairly repetitive, so I didn't record it, but I did then decide to create 3 more bookmarks. For the last 2, I had to switch from a glue stick to just like an Elmer's glue container. The glue stick is definitely easier, so I recommend that if you have it. So now I'm just going to give these a coat of Mod Podge on both sides. So just with matte, because that's what I have. Let's see how that goes. So here's how these turned out. These are the first 3. And they each have a second side to them, like so. And then here's the other 2. It's the back of this one. And then here's the back of this one. So now these are almost finished. I just want to add these tassels to them. Luckily I did find 5, but these are the only colors I have, so I'm gonna have to make some decisions. But the first thing I'm gonna do is just hole punch the top of each one, sort of do my best to keep it centered. And this is now like very thick because they're Mod Podged on both sides. So some of them are a little bit challenging to actually poke through. There we go. Here's the next one. I think this one's my favorite, the one with the lace. And then this other blue one, I really like both of these. So now that these are hole punched, I definitely want to I'm like, do I want to use the blue one here? I suppose this one kind of works with the green. And then this could be green, this could be purple, and this could be purple. So all I'm doing for these is just looping them through and then sticking that tassel over. And these came with a kit that I had for making resin bookmarks. It came with a bunch of these tassels, so I just have some left over. A lot of the dark purples left over. I guess I wasn't super fond of that color. So let's finish these out. Now that these are finished, I really like them. The tassels make them fun. This was definitely a process over product, but I still think they turned out cool. So I'm going to give myself a challenge. I love making bookmarks, and then I'm the kind of person who, instead of using a bookmark, like sticks an old receipt in a book. I did make that one for the Craftist Advent Calendar, and it's sort of been going through my books. And I think this one's really fun because it just tends to go with whatever I'm reading. Like, look how well it matches this book. So I think what I'm going to do to ensure I use a bookmark, I believe this one will be my next read. Oh, and my favorite bookmark actually matches it pretty great. So I'm going to go ahead and preload this book so that when I'm ready to go, it's got a bookmark in it and I have no excuse to use a receipt when I have all these fancy bookmarks to use. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out and making collage bookmarks if you decided to try this. It's really, really fun. And I think the Mod Podge at the end gives it like a nice texture and makes them feel more durable. So if you haven't tried it and want to, I strongly encourage you to do it. Thanks for watching and see you next Tuesday. Bye.